Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Washington, Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news. The buzz around the NFC East has reached a fever pitch, and all eyes are on the potential blockbuster move involving one of the league's top cornerbacks. Reports are swirling that the Chicago Bears are trading Jaylon Johnson, a proven Pro Bowler, to the Washington Commanders in exchange for a second-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. This isn't just a minor trade. It's a statement move that could significantly alter the complexion of the division and, more importantly, bolster the Commanders' secondary as they gear up for what promises to be an intense playoff push. Now, let's break down what this means for Washington. Johnson, who's been a standout for the Bears, is known for his smart coverage skills and ability to limit explosive plays. His profile fits perfectly with what the Commanders are building defensively. With a career so far that includes 150 solo tackles and 15 interceptions, Johnson's impact goes beyond just stats. He's one of those players who makes a difference in crucial moments, especially because he's got elite football IQ, similar to some of the best in the league like Gilmore. His coverage grade from PFF sits at a solid 80%, and he's been relatively healthy this season, only missing one game due to injuries. That's big for a team like Washington, which has been looking for reliable playmakers in the secondary. What's interesting is the Bears focus on their offense right now. After allowing 247 points so far this season, they're prioritizing freeing up cap space. Johnson's contract takes up around $12 million and putting resources into their offensive line and weapons to better support their QB. Chicago is clearly in a rebuild mode, eyeing future drafts and cap flexibility. Trading Johnson for a second-round pick in 2026 signals they're betting on developing their young talent and accumulating draft capital. But for Washington, this is a golden opportunity to grab a player who can immediately step in and elevate their secondary to a new level. The impact of adding Johnson would be substantial. Washington's opponents currently average 70 yards per pass attempt, but with Johnson in the mix, that number could drop to around 5 yards. That's a huge difference, especially in today's pass-happy NFL. His presence would also boost EPA expected points added per coverage, making every pass attempt more challenging for opposing offenses. Plus, Johnson's ball skills mean he's a real threat for interceptions, and a handful of those could swing close games in Washington's favor. Statistically, adding Johnson could lead to an increase of around 6 interceptions for the team, and a 10% higher probability of winning close contests. That's the kind of upgrade that could push the Commanders into the postseason conversation and give them that extra edge they've been missing on defense. Of course, there's some debate about how much of an impact this move will have long-term. The odds of Washington winning the Super Bowl with Johnson in the fold have been pushed from +10-0 to +4-500, reflecting the belief that he's a genuine X-factor. His addition could be the catalyst for a secondary that's been inconsistent at times, but has all the potential to be elite if properly fortified. His presence brings not only skill, but also confidence to the entire defensive unit, inspiring the young players and giving the coaching staff more flexibility in their schemes. On the flip side, the Bears are being cautious, focusing on their long-term vision. They're capping Johnson's salary to free up cap space and focus on rebuilding their offense, which has struggled to produce consistent points this season. The decision to part ways with Johnson isn't taken lightly, but it's a strategic move, aiming for a brighter future with more draft picks and cap flexibility. For Washington, though, this is a chance to acquire a top-tier cornerback who can immediately make a difference. It's a gamble that seems worth taking, especially considering how much the secondary could benefit from Johnson's smarts and ball-hawking ability. This trade, if it goes through, would also send a message across the league. The Commanders are serious about contending. They're willing to make bold moves to improve their roster, and adding a player of Johnson's caliber sends a clear signal that they're aiming high. Fans are already buzzing about how he could fit into Jack Del Rio's defensive plans, potentially pairing him with other young talents to form a lockdown unit. The secondary, which has had its moments but lacked consistency, could become one of the league's best with Johnson's leadership and coverage skills. Looking ahead, the NFC East is as competitive as ever. The Eagles and Cowboys are stacked, but Washington's targeted acquisitions like this could tip the scales in their favor. A strong secondary is crucial in today's NFL, where passing attacks are so explosive and game-changing. If the Commanders can lock down opponents' top receivers with Johnson's help, it could translate into more wins and a deeper playoff run. And don't forget, with the right coaching adjustments and continuity, adding a player like Johnson could be the spark that pushes Washington over the top this season. Of course, nothing is guaranteed in the NFL, and trades like this often come with questions. Will Johnson fit seamlessly into Washington's defensive scheme? Will his injury history raise concerns? How will the locker room respond to such a high-profile addition? These are all valid questions, but the potential upside seems to outweigh the risks. Every fan dreams of a defense that can shut down the league's best passing attacks, and Johnson might be the missing piece to make that dream a reality. In the end, this move is about more than just acquiring a talented cornerback. It's about signaling Washington's intent to compete and to be a force in the NFC. The division is tough, no doubt, but with Johnson's arrival, the Commanders could gain a significant advantage in their quest for a Super Bowl. Fans should be excited, and while we wait for official confirmation, the anticipation is building. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So what do you guys think? Is Jaylon Johnson the piece that Washington's secondary needs to elevate their game? Will this be the move that sparks a new chapter for the team? The NFC East is about to get even more interesting, and if this trade goes through, it could be the start of something special for the Commanders. Fans, this is exactly the kind of bold move that can turn a good team into a great one. Johnson's playmaking ability and veteran presence could be exactly what the doctor ordered to make that playoff push happen. We all know how critical a lockdown corner can be in today's NFL, and Johnson's skill set fits perfectly with what Washington has been trying to build defensively. And let's not forget, this season has been full of surprises. The Commanders have shown flashes of brilliance, but consistency has been elusive. Adding a player like Johnson could be the catalyst for stability and excellence in the secondary. It's a move that says, we're in it to win it, and that kind of attitude resonates with every fan tuning in every game. The NFC East is a battleground, and with Johnson, Washington can hold their ground and even push forward. As we await official confirmation, one thing is clear. The potential acquisition of Jaylon Johnson is a game-changer. It's a statement that the Commanders are serious about contending, about making a deep playoff run, and about finally putting together a defense that can dominate the league. Fans, it's an exciting time to be a Washington supporter. We're on the brink of witnessing a transformation that could define the franchise for years to come. Keep your eyes peeled, stay tuned, and get ready for what might be the most impactful move of the season so far. The NFC East just got a lot more interesting, and Washington is right in the thick of it, ready to make some noise. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Washington Commanders. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news.